Okay, so we're assembling a table base for our beautiful epoxy table. This is called our Quinn Base. This is your leg assembly. Okay, so step one, this is actually the bottom of the table. Okay, so this is the bottom of the foot that's going to rest on your floor. Okay, so we're going to do that so that the 2 feet are in position. Okay, and this stretcher bar is going to go between the 2 feet along the floor, parallel to the floor, but we first have to connect it at those holes. And in those holes go these pins, okay, which you're going to thread in there. And you want the little divot in the pin to be facing up, okay? There is an anchor in here that doesn't allow you to turn that pin past about there, okay? So that's facing up, that's perfect. We can do it again. And again, we don't want to over tighten the pin, but I'm going to go until right about there where it's nice and snug, divot facing up, and we're good. Same thing other side. And again, it's okay if this pin is a little loose. We're going to go until we can't go any farther. And that worked out perfect. The divot's facing up. One more time. And right about there. Okay, so our pins are in place. Now we need to attach the stretcher bar. You'll notice that there's a spot in the stretcher bar. This will be facing the floor. Nobody's ever going to see this. Where you're going to put set screws in. Okay, so our set screws are actually going to go through the stretcher bar, and they're going to be attached at that divot. That's why the divot has to be facing up as we attach this. So we're going to throw this in one side, and then the other. Okay, we're getting close. Now our set screws. So you'll see as I put the set screw in that it's actually going to grab the divot in that pin I just put in here, and it's going to kind of suck the stretcher bar and the base together. Okay, so you can see right there, as I'll back it off a little bit, there's a little bit of gap, but as I tighten that, because of the divot in our pin, it sucks it right together. All right, same thing here. And you don't need to go crazy on tension. Get it snug, don't go crazy. Okay, last set screw. Okay, so the base is now assembled with the stretcher bar, but the base is not yet attached to the table. So now we need to line up these holes, okay, with holes that already have inserts in the bottom of the table. Okay, so you can see the inserts there. We're gonna line it up, and then these bolts will go through the table base into that insert and attach the base, the Quinn base, to the tabletop. I would get them all started before you go ahead and tighten them down, because it's going to be easier to get them all aligned. Same thing other side. Don't skimp on the washers. You need the washers to distribute force on the table base. If you have trouble getting your threads to grab, you can always go reverse. You can always go lefty-loosey or counterclockwise until you feel it drop into the threads, and then go ahead and start it in there. Grab your appropriate sized Allen key and tighten them down. Again, we're not going crazy on torque, okay? Getting them nice and snug, but not going crazy on the torque. And I would recommend hand tooling this together instead of using an impact gun or a drill or anything. It only takes a minute. Just use the hand tool. Take your time. Okay, there we are. Just like that. Took us about 10 minutes.